Oh, there. Yeah, thank you so much. So today we are on the Everyday Chant Harinam conference call. Have His Grace Murari Vallabh Prabhuji from Houston, USA, and he will enlighten us Srimad Bhagvatam 7854. Along with that, we will also do Damodar Leela or some form of glorification of this Kartik Mass. And thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining once again. Please take over.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisance on all lotus feet of all the Vaishnava and Vaishnavis. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Radha Nilamado Radha Nilamado Radhe Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacha Stotara Satish Divine Grace Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirahe Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Welcome all members of the Everyday Chanting. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 8, text number 54. Lord Narsinga slaves the king of demons. 54. Shri Vaithalika Ucha Sabasu Satreshu Tava Malam Yaso Gitva Sape Mahatim Labamahem Yastam Anani Sid Dvisham Esha Durjano Dvishta Hatasta Bhagavan Yathamayam. Word to word, Sri Vaitalika Ucha, the inhabitants of Vaitalika Loka said, Sabashu, in great assemblies, Satrayeshu, the areas of sacrifice, Tava, your Annalam, without any spot of material contamination, Yasha, reputation, Gitva, singing, Saparyam, respectful position, Mahatim, great, Labha Mahe, we achieved, Ya, he, who, that respectful position, Anayasit, brought under, Vasam, is controlled. Esha, this, Durjana, crooked person, Dvistya, by great fortune, Hata, killed, Te, by you, Bhagavan, O Lord, Yatha, exactly like Amaya, a disease. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The inhabitants of Vaitalika Loka said, Dear Lord, because of chanting your spotless glories in great assemblies and areas of sacrifice, we were accustomed to great respect from everyone. This demon, however, usurped that position. Now, in our great fortune, you have killed this great demon exactly as one cures a chronic disease. Text number 55. Shri Kinnara Ucha Vayam Isha Kinnara Ganastava Nugam Diti Jena Vishtim Amna Nu Karita Bhavata Haresa Vijnana Vasudita Narasimham Nata Vibhavaya Nabhava. Translation: that Kinnara said, O Supreme Controller, we are ever existing servant of your Lordship, but instead of rendering service to you, we were engaged by this demon in his service, constantly and without remuneration. This sinful man now has been killed by you. Therefore, O Lord Narsinghdev, our master, we offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Please continue to be our patron. Last in this chapter 55, that is Sri Vishnu Parshada Ucha. Adyatad Dari Nararupam Adbhutam te deshtam naha saranda sarvalokas sarvaloka sarma soyam te vidikara isha vipras saptas tasyadam nidanam anugrahaya vidinam. Translation: the associate of Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha offered this prayer to Lord. O Lord, our supreme giver of shelter, today we have seen your wonderful form as Lord Narsinghdev, meant for the good fortune of the world, all world. O Lord, we can understand that Hiranyakashipu was the same Jaya who engaged in your service but was cursed by Brahmanas, and who is this received this body of demon. We understood that this his sir, having now been killed in your special mercy upon him, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hiranyakashipu is coming on this earth and acting at the Lord's enemy, as Lord the enemy was pre-arranged. Jaya and Vijay were cursed by the Brahmanas, Sanak, Sanatana, Sanananda, and Sanatana. Because Jaya and Vijaya checked these four Kumaras, the Lord accepted this cursing of his servant and agreed that they would have to go to material world and would then return to the Vaikuntha after serving terms of curse. Jaya Vijaya were very much perturbed, but the Lord advised them to act as enemies, for then they would return after 3 births. Otherwise, ordinarily they would have taken 7 births. With this authority, Jaya and Vijaya acted as the Lord's enemies, and now that these two were dead, all the Vishnu Dutas understood that the Lord's killing of Hiranyakashipu was special mercy bestowed upon them. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Ena Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Peshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatadeshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayite Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurati Se Namam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpataru Bheksha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Here the prayers of Vaitalika and Kinnaras and Vishnu Duta is mentioned in this three texts. Before that, it's already mentioned that rather they should stick to the principle as a sincere servant of the Lord and rest assured that the demonic activities directed upon them will not be able to stop their devotional service. So here they are little selfish once you say. They glorify the Lord after killing of Hiranyakashipu because they got their position back, all these people. So our motive is to pray before whatever we achieve. Then only our path is very, very simple. Here, Vaitalika says that chanting your spotless glories in great assemblies and areas of sacrifice. So they are getting respect from everyone. That doesn't mean that they do all the sacrifice to get respect. They want to please the Lord also. Unless Lord is pleased, there is no question of respect to anyone. So here, demon was coming in between. He's pouring stool, urine, everything. He's stopping because he's the enemy of, because of his Lord's wish. He's becoming an enemy of the Lord and he wants to kill Vishnu, which is not possible. So they are perturbed because of the disturbance. They cannot chant properly. They cannot do sacrifice properly. They cannot, have a concentration, sincerity because of disturbance. They are always scared of Hiranyakashipu. So he was so powerful. But they do not understand that he cannot be killed, but he can be disturbed also. If they tried all of them together and attacked them, it was possible, it may be possible, they could have, because they are so much scared of Hiranyakashipu, they forgot the chanting properly the name of the Lord. So in our life also, many times it happens. We are perturbed by small things in our petty things or maybe little bigger things. We are disturbed. In that disturbed mood, it is not possible for us to chant properly. So we have to get away because we have taken shelter of spiritual master and Prabhupada and Krishna. When you are taken completely shelter, these things doesn't matter because in the material world there is disturbance always. So here Kinnaras are telling, we are always the servant of your lordship. Instead of serving you, we were engaged by the demon in the service because Hiranyakashipu engaged them in his service always. He never allowed them to do sacrifice. He never allowed them to serve God, everything. That is why their whole energy is directed towards serving a demon, which should not have been, but they don't have any option there. That's why they are praising the Lord now, Narsingadev. You're so great. You're come to rescue us. Now, Vishnu Dutas also is telling us, you are the greatest shelter. There is no other shelter. And it's a wonderful form of Narsingadev. We know that the height of the Narsingadev must be more than 700 feet or so, because Hiranyakashipu is also having that much height. When one of the incident, when his helmet fell down, it is very difficult for anyone to lift that much heavy it was. The pillar he kicked, that also is so strong. So it is not easy to do that unless you are very strong. That's why he could defeat most of the people in most of the, say, all the three worlds, and he can conquer it. But he is doing behalf of Vishnu only, because sometimes Vishnu wants to show his virality. He wants to show there is no one to fight with him. So his own men, getting cursed by Kumaras and coming to this mortal world. And he has to come to show his power one way. And from almost 1 o'clock to 6 or 6:30, he was fighting with this demon, Hiranyakashipu, to show his, virality also. So we should understand this pastime of the Lord is very, very wonderful. Why it is wonderful? He comes 8.4 million. He crosses one more species, half lion, half, it is not there naturally. So, and in there also is so beautiful. Though he was roaring, made many people, scared. Elephants were screaming. Everyone was scared because they are not appreciating the beauty of the Lord. The Lord comes in the form of boar or any animal also is so beautiful. His beauty is not lost. All the opulence is not lost. Here, like Bhishma Dev allowed by Krishna to preach to Yudhishthir. Here, Krishna is, Narsingadev is allowing when he will be pacified. He will be pacified only the pure of the pure devotee prays for him. That is Prahlad Maharaj. Next chapter will be that. So here we show that the power of a pure devotee, he can bring the Lord, down in a special avatar to to protect him, because Prahlad Maharaj's only shelter is Krishna, Narsingadev. That's why we should understand that whenever we pray to Narsingadev, we are taking complete shelter of. He always, protects us. That should be our mood. Here, all these demigods, so they are praying. They are praying for, because they want to make Narsingadev calm and serene. So unless he's become calm, his roaring, his anger will make other people all over the world will be more fearful. So Brahma to Shiva to Indra, everyone is praying. But still, Narsingadev is not satisfied, because he has come especially for Prahlad, not for these people. These people can be done with these so many, energies. That's not a big problem for him. But he wants to satisfy the devotees, pure devotees. He wants to descend in any form, and he wants to still, he can come from the pillar, because Prahlad was showing his father. He's there in the pillar also. That much pain Lord takes for us. Just remember how much we should be pure to attract the attention of the Lord. Taking shelter of the Lord is the only way we can progress in this world. So here, the whole Narsingadev slays the king of demons shows how powerful Lord can be. It is beyond our, fathom. We cannot fathom the power of Lord and all the six opulence of the Lord. We think we know Lord very well. It's impossible for us to, because here it is always said, Janma Karma Cha Divyam. So, unless we know why he comes for the pleasure of his devotees. So that is why Narsingadev, Srila Prabhupada is so compassionate. We are, almost 3 times or 2 times we pray to the Lord Narsingadev, please give us shelter. When somebody is behind, so powerful, then the opposite, any strong person cannot do a dint in our life, because we have got so much powerful relation with Narsingadev and Krishna. So we should be fearless and we should be calm. We should do our job nicely, whatever it is there, because we are always atu, means we are always, in a hurry. We want to get that vehicle. But Krishna is always chatur. He will do when, what time, and according to him, he will decide and he will come there. He didn't come immediately, though Hiranyakashipu had so many atrocities. He come in his own way, because that's the perfect time he wants, when Prahlad is almost getting killed by his father, which is not possible. And he wants to show the world that perfect time I am there. It is not that when we, last time also we told that Prahlad was thrown from the cliff, but he didn't catch him on the top, catch him in the middle. He caught in the bottom before he strike to the wheel, because that's the right time. You want to increase the faith with the Lord. Prahlad never deviated, not even a second he deviated from the shelter of the Lord. He was always praising. Even today's quote, if you see, Yashoda Maya always, 24 hours she was thinking the benefit of Lord Krishna. She was not knowing he's a Lord, but as a son, she want to protect him always. Always she want to do something. And Diwali, there are so many servants for her, but she herself, started doing that service of churning for the butter. The butter is given to Krishna only. It is not that she gives to anyone. First preference is always. That's why when her bangles started, that's giving a pure music when she's chanting that name, pastime of the Lord, remembering in a song form. Usually in this world, song is attracted by all the people. When we sing Damodar Ashtakam, the song is so powerful, it attracts us. Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yeshoda Biyolukaladavamanam Paramishtamadhyanta Trotutya Gopya. So the main attraction of all Brajas is Krishna only. They are not attracted to any of their relatives or anyone, but their attraction to make Krishna happy, whatever they want. They don't mind he's stealing the butter. They don't mind they stealing the, cloth, anything. He may be called as a butter thief and all these things, but that doesn't bring down the value of the Lord. We cannot bring the Lord's value in that, because you cannot say. So poetry actually started many, yugas. There is always kirtan, always bhajan, always prayers, always. And most of the prayers, if you see, it is in the song form. If you see, when Ramayana is written, also he comes to know that one bird, when he was almost, cursing the bird, hunter, because hunter killed one bird. That came as a poetry form. So that poetry form, Brahma listened, then he instructed him to write Ramayana in the poetry form. It is in the poetry form. Most of the slokas has got, so many verses, so many. That's why if you see our acharyas, especially Narottam Das and Bhakti Vinod Thakur and other people, they wrote this poem to enlighten us every day. Every day we have to have some song in that and related to that. Everything is related to Krishna here. They not deviated. When Narad Muni in his past life, before he is becoming a son of maid servant, he was singing some film song. That's what Prabhupada says, to appreciate his 49 wives. But one of the demigod cursed him to become a maid servant. Otherwise, he was a very nice singer. But because he wanted to attract his wives, so he was singing, praising. The assembly of devotees, assembly of, wherever assembly is there, the main purpose to sing, to glorify the Lord. Then only it is possible for us to connect with him all the time, 24/7. So here, Vishnu Dutas and all these people are praising in a poetry form only. Because we are so fortunate, because of Prabhupada and spiritual master and acharyas, it is easily available for us. We should not take it lightly that this Sanskrit or English translation, many of us hardly know Sanskrit. So our dedication, our commitment, our compromise, adjustment, and culture and sensitiveness will help us to remember Lord every moment. We already said life is a game. We have to play it, but not for win it. We have to do our part. That's why Krishna says, you do your part nicely. Then whatever role is better, then Krishna will give bigger role later. We want a bigger role first time only. When the new fight comes, he wants to do many things. It is not possible. That's why Krishna tells us, do your present role better, then Krishna will give us bigger role later. We should understand that we will have some big role to play, but our present role should be nicely done. Then only it is appreciated. So in one of the time, His Holiness spiritual master told his disciple, he had 30 to 40 restaurant, chain of restaurant managed by his 150, 200 relatives. He told him it was doing very well. They were doing so much in New Zealand. So he asked his disciple, please stop selling meat. But relatives refused to do that. So it took him 1 year to take a decision. So he started, doing, not selling meat in one restaurant out of 30, 40 restaurants. So he made it vegan and vegetarian purely. It took him 6 years to bring a great success. After 6 years, he turned all his restaurant to vegetarian restaurant. You can still see in New Zealand how powerful that restaurants are. So whenever we listen, we take advice. When you take the guidance, we take the instruction from the Lord indirectly, spiritual master directly gives us. Indirectly, Krishna tells them to instruct these people to do that. Then success is standing before us. Only thing that time gap may be there. So whenever we take a decision, we use one of these things. Culture, everyone does it. Tradition, we always follow it. Mood, if it feels good. Reason, it seems logical. So we are taking a decision on this basis. But decision should be taken on immovable, infallible lighthouse, which is the last word of the God. When instruction in Srimad Bhagavatam, instruction in Bhagavad Gita, instruction in Chaitanya Charitamrita comes from the lotus mouth of this spiritual master and like people, that instruction is more powerful when we take a right decision, because Lord Krishna urges us to make scripture is the first and the last basis of our decision making. He tells us you have to have the first and last on scripture basis, not our mental concoction or other things. We have seen, we are fortunate to have this right type of literature by Rupa Goswami and Acharyas, how their commentary, never deviation. They are always highlighting. If you see, most of the times, just binding and two finger too short, they are giving 21 varieties of reason for that. How Krishna, because there are 16 energies mainly. 15 energies never agreed for that to tie Krishna. But the 16th energy, Krapa Shakti, said, convinced other 15 energies. Now we should allow Yashoda to buy it, because she's endeavor, she's purity, she is love, she's working hard and concentrated absorption. Everything based on Krishna only. She can neglect all other activities, but she never neglect Krishna. She's waiting to Krishna to wake up. So our dedication, everything made. We have to have such, footsteps of Yashoda. To some extent, we can't do Yashoda, but we can love Krishna in such a way. We can love all this, Vaishnavas in such a way that it attracts Krishna's mercy on us. Of course, we don't have proper vessel also to get. Mercy is always flowing. Only thing, we don't have proper etiquette, proper gratefulness, proper sincerity. That's the reason we should follow this, daily quote, what it means really to us, how we can absorb completely in the name of Lord and pastime of the Lord. Very, very important for us. Then only we can always think of Lord. These spiritual masters always, they say that to become a devotee, it takes 10 kalpas, but spiritual master made us a devotee, so-called devotee. I'm talking about myself in this life only. We have wasted almost 8.4 million of lives. So Srila Prabhupada also made it easy for us to become a aspiring devotee and go back to Godhead. We should understand it. We have got, in this world, illusion, recession, compression, and depression is there. But who makes us cheerful? The scriptures, our spiritual master, with their compassion, they never cheated us. They never misled us. And they gave us exact tattva and philosophy, which is necessary for uplift us. So still we, act like a fools and ignorant. Then it's difficult for us. We quarrel for petty things. We deviate for petty things. Then we are real fools, because they gave us the path of permanent happiness in relation to the divine couple. They explain us what is the real pure devotion service. It surpasses the three worlds, reminding everyone how we should do gratitude, generous, and forgiveness, compassion, sincere, loyal to ISKCON. Then spiritual master Prabhupada will give us a permanent place in Golok Vrindavan. That's really important, because it should go to our deep core of heart. Then we should have this conditioned nature. We should relieve it slowly. And we are, because of condition and non-commitment, lethargy hold us back. So we should come out from this, desires. Then will be the right person to go back to Godhead, because their class, their instruction nourishes us completely. And we have got eternal hope that one day we will be worth of their disciples, worth of the devotees. then Krishna will be pleased with our endeavor. Because Yashoda's endeavor is so great. So morning she started, up to evening she didn't leave to tie him. All the ropes have gone, all that. She was perspiring, she was, tired, but she never left her goal of tying him, because she thought by tying him, she can do most of the work easily, because he's mischievous. Usually children are mischievous, they cannot, stay in one place. We have to make them, giving them some type of, or tie means not rope, tie them to some books or some play games, everything. So it is necessary for us, our attitude, that is the gives us the real wisdom, and our behavior is good, then it gives us the real taste, and we have to contribute something in our life to the ISKCON, whatever way, work-wise, money-wise, shamadan, dhanadan, or something like that we have to do. Then it is easy for Krishna to give us a full blessing, spiritual master, everything. So unless we are in that, path, though everything is given us, we are so lucky, so fortunate, have all the kinds of, realization necessary. What are the things necessary for self-realization is given to us. We have not worked hard to get it. We didn't have much, shrama. Because if you see, whenever water is purified, it goes four types of, undergoing four types of changes. One is we do filtration first, then we do second crystallization, then we do sublimation, and then we distillation. So these are the things in our life also. We have to filter anarthas. Anarthas should go initially, whatever anarthas we have got. We have to filter it. Then we have to concentrate, that's crystallization. We have to concentrate what we have got. Then we can add, the bhakti in that, bhakti rasa, then relation rasa in that. Then the purity will start it. And finally, we have to distill it. When we distill it, only the concentrated pure love of Krishna will be available for us. That much concentration, we get it. It purifies not only us, purifies the surrounding also. That's why when we chant in the morning, especially, whole house become purified, because the chanting of the name, Lord's name, is very, very powerful. So that makes our, day done. That's why, otherwise, what is dementia? We are forgetting the name of the Lord, this world, because they are forgetting the necessary things to remember Krishna. That's why frustration sometimes triggers dementia. So forgetfulness of Radha is aparad. So when we forget, then we are subjected to, in the age of old age, dementia starts. Unless we start remembering daily 7/24 Krishna, this divine couple, then only it is possible us to overcome dementia and other things. So the chemically they say mycelium, it's a fatty liquid, is less out. But the real reason is we are doing aparad to Radha, because we are forgetting Radha in that divine couple. So we should understand that every moment is important for us to remember Lord Krishna, whatever way. When you sing, when you associate, when you do some service, it is really necessary. So because if you see the example of this great Dhruva Maharaj, he listened to his mother. He listened to his mother. Why? Because he has got only shelter that time. So he listened to her mother. She became his Siksha Guru, and he went straight away without, and he was confronting with Narada also. So he's telling, give me mantra, I'm not interested what you're telling. So this is important for us to understand. Whenever the instruction comes from senior people, we should understand this is coming from the Lord himself, because Lord has got a better plan for us. So if you see Prahlad, when he was in the womb, Kayadu was not interested. She was almost sleeping. But Narad Muni instructed only to, he saved him in his womb and he instructed him. And that has stuck deep in his heart. That's why we should say, whenever, some people are pregnant, they should be subjected to hearing more and listening more to all this pastime of the Lord. How beautiful he is, how he is merciful. And if you see Vyasdev, how he listened to Narad Muni, his instruction. Bilva Mangal Thakur listened to Chintamani, how Chintamani converted him, transformed him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu listened to Advaita Acharya and Haridas Thakur. Sarvabhauma Rai and Ram Rai and Swarup Damodar. CM Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was listening to them. Hanuman to Lord Rama and Pratap Rudra also listened to Sarvabhauma and other people. Shivaji, Maharaj Shivaji also listening to Mother Jijabai. So here we should see the most of the example are given. They are patiently listening without argument, without any argument. Why? Why should I do? They were revolted. Our mind wants to revolt again for everything, which is something is given to us. So we should understand that though Krishna did this pastime, this Kartik month, how great this Kartik month, how much benefit we get just to celebrate this. That's why I don't know, I don't have knowledge about this demigod. They are celebrating Kartik month and other things. So they looks like they are karma mishrita bhaktas. We should not be karma mishrita. We should be only bhakti rasa aswadana. That is the only our goal, to prema of love of the Lord through bhakti marg. So we are not bothered who is coming next president, who is going to be, next someone. It is hardly matters. We do our job of serving the Vaishnavas and spiritual master. Then it's very easy for us to, follow the path of devotion. Then only it is very easy for us. Otherwise, once we deviated, then it is difficult. Initially, Sarvabhauma was a Kutarka, he has got Nyaya. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu initially was a Nyaya Pandit. See, there are 6 literatures are there. We have to learn something about all the 6 literature scriptures. Then only we can be. Because if you see Ramanand Rai, though he is a governor, but his main knowledge of spiritual is very high. He can go up, he can describe up to prema, bhava, everything so nicely. So initially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said it is all external. When he come to that stage, then he said, yes, go on, this is the right thing. So our aim is to go up to bhava stage. Then it's easy for us to, our journey to back to Godhead. So if you see most of the people, Prakashnan Saraswati, everything, they saw the mood of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How he was, sitting on those who are washing feet. Though he is the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, he doesn't mind. Our problem is somebody doesn't give us a chair, doesn't give us a, some position nice in front. We get agitated. We are thinking we know something. We are, we are having position. But it should not be. We should understand how these people, Jagai Madai, when Madai hit Nityanand with the pot, still Nityanand is very tolerable. He wants to, elevate them to spiritually. So he asked, begging, forgetful from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not to kill them. So it shows how these people are, how these acharyas, how these lords are very, very, cool-headed. And they have got patience. They will wait for us for all our nonsensical activities. Still, they want to elevate us, forgetting. Even if you see most of the acharyas, whenever, Muslim Pathan, if you see, he was angry initially, but seeing the beauty of the Lord, beauty of, whatever speaking, he converted himself into the, devotional service to the Lord. How it is possible? Because of the purity. Purity is the force. That's why if you see the Gopi Geet, it has got pure devotion, but still some rejection is there. They are blaming Krishna. You are the third type of, thief, whoever takes it, without any mercy. So fear is the very prominent in the 21st century because we are of terrorism, we have got loneliness, we have got so many, obstruction. We think there is obstruction. So this fear should go once we start chanting. When we start chanting the name of the Lord every day, then we take the guidance of our, superiors. So if you see anywhere, essence of Gita or anywhere, it is only God's will, not our free will and evil. This Hiranyakaship's evil is there. It's only God's will. We should tune with the God's will. Accordingly, we march forward. Then everything in our path is very nice. If you see why Krishna didn't, though somebody we repeated that when Krishna is bound by Yashodamaya, when we are bound, we cannot liberate others. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna is always, powerful. When he was buying, he could have, Nalakuvera, Manigriva could have been easily, just by looking at the tree only, you could have, make them again demigods, son, Kuvera's son. That much power he has got. Just glancing, he can do that. But he want to show, I am only in the world when I'm tired, when I'm, even then I can deliver. I can deliver you people. So he's indirectly telling he's so busy in his Vaikunta, I mean Golok Vrindavan, Vaikunta also. So whenever they are so much engrossed in their activities also, there is a time, there is a power to deliver other people. So we are so much involved in our household life and other service, everything. Still, we have got power because Krishna gives us power. He shows us when you are tied down to your all these activities, still you have got the power to deliver so many people. You have to do some extra, endeavor. So that extra endeavor always attract Krishna. So Krishna is showing us how he pulled the motor, grinding motor, and he pulled down the Arjuna tree, which cannot be pulled down by even the big cyclones. So they are very deep. So we should understand that deep understanding of, big problems or small problems always has got a solution with our willpower, with God's will and surrender and shelter, taking shelter of Vaishnavas and anything, respecting them, in Kartik mind, calling them and having some nice discussion. What are the things we have to remember about Kartik month? We should not waste these 30 days is so important for our life. Every year comes, we don't know next year we leave or not. So whatever we got this time, exactly this time, we should work hard, extra work, sleep less, half an hour, 1 hour. We should go through the pastime of the Lord and see why Krishna is doing and why we are thinking, why we have to remember this. If you see the last line, Namaste tu damne sturatiti dame Twadiyodharayata Vishwasya Damne Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaye Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhya. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaye. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhya. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaye. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhya. So everything has to be connected with the Krishna, with Radharani. Otherwise, it is not complete. Never complete. So we should understand that whenever we surrender to Gauranga Mahaprabhu, that means we are surrendered to Radha Krishna only. It is not that. So whenever we sing the song, Radha Krishna Prana Mura Jugala Kishore Jivane Marane Gati Aranahi Mo Radha Krishna Prana Mura Yugala Kishore. So this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nitai, everyone telling us, every Acharya is giving us so much, nectar in this song and everything. We should remember every time we do something, we should remember, oh, Krishna would have been. That's why they say whenever you see some of your doors, how door is open for you, whenever ceiling, you see how much we have to travel out, how much up we have to travel. That's all this. It is there in our daily life. We see something. So we should know that all this example has given us to become very, very much forward to very near to Krishna Prem. So Kartik month usually K stands for is very Karunamai. Krishna is so much Karunamai. Radharani is so much Karunamai. They want to give us that, so much mercy on us that, and they're always admirable. We cannot say that one day we admire them, second day we neglect them. No. So they are like a rolling stone. They makes us to, come near to them very fast, that we should know that. And T for it is a terminator. It is the last thing we want to have. Krishna Prem. Nothing. First and last, always Krishna. And it is and easily accessible, inaccessible. So they are not that, they make them, it's impossible for us to access them. No, they are accessible. And it is Shane, every moment we have to remember them. Then only Damodar Leela, because abdomen is abode, it is attractive, it is accessible, it is apara, it is adarsha, it's asankhya, and easily, hold them. The Krishna holds the whole universe under his abdomen. So it is more worshipable. So why we are doing 4, 2, 3, and 7 when we do Aarti? So this is most important. What is the 4 signifies, what is the 2, and what is the 3? Because most important is given for the lotus feet, which is most important for us to surrender to the lotus feet. And we, that's why it is given 4 times. We give the diya, and 2 times abdomen, because we are not understanding how much deep his abdomen is, how much he can do everything with the abdomen. And 3 is the face. Again, when we come up to the face, how it is worshipable, how much it's attractive, how much we, 10th canto, when we see the 10th canto, how it is worshipable. So unless we understand why we are doing all these things, then only we can understand the Supreme Personality of God has no beginning and no end, no exterior, no interior, no front, no rear. In other words, is all pervading, because he is not under influence of element of time. For him, there is no difference between past, present, future. He exists in his own transcendental form at all time, being absolute, beyond reality. He is the free from distinction between cause and effect, although he is the cause and effect of everything. That reminds unmanifested person who is beyond the perception of the senses, had now appeared as a human child, And Mother Yashoda, considering him her own ordinary child, bound him to the wooden mortar with a rope. So Krishna is a greater than the greatest, and being unlimited. So he is unlimited. Still, he wants to be limited by the love of the devotees. Otherwise, how can he unlimited can be limited? But he wants to appreciate these devotees. He can, he can Shidor Gopinath. He can steal for his devotees. He can steal his own, boga and keep it behind and asking the pujari. That shows how much he wants to glorify his devotees. And we are, most of the time, talking about myself, we are miser to glorify Acharyas, Vaishnavas, and Lord himself. Because so miser we are in, so much in other. So it is necessary to glorify Krishna because Krishna is the time factor. So we should know that Advaitam Achyutam Anadi Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayavanacha Vede Shudurlabam Adurlabam Atma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajame. Everything is one because Krishna is the supreme cause of everything. Krishna cannot be measured or calculated by Vedic knowledge. Vede Shudurlabam. He is available only to devotees. Adurlabam Atma Bhakto. Devotees can handle him because they act on the basis of loving service. That's Bhaktyamam Avijananti. Evan es Jasmi Tatvata. The Thus mother wanted to bind him. She wanted to bind him because she loves him. He doesn't want to be, like ordinary child. He wants to teach him what is the real, path as a child. As a parent, everyone wants to, do something good for the child, but child may not be knowing. But Krishna is allowing it, though he is the supreme personality of the Godhead. So we should understand that our pure devotion will definitely attract Krishna. Then only Krishna's mercy will flow to us every moment. That's the reason the scriptures, everyday chanting, everyday listening, everyday associating, everyday doing service is very, very essential part of our life. Then only we can march forward. Because if you cannot understand cosmology, it is difficult to understand. So there are contradictions. There are so many things are there. So why to go after this knowledge, which is not comprehending to our mind and intelligence? That's why the map is only representing. It is not the real fact. Whenever they show some map, unless we go there, unless we understand what is bhava, what is nishta, what is anartha nivritti, unless we know that, we cannot go forward. I'll stop here. Any correction is there, any advice is there, any realization, please you can tell. Hare Krishna, Puja Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Madanat pranam to you.
Dandavat Nataji.
Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for explaining the verses, because most of them didn't have very long purport, and you explained your realizations, which is very, very valuable. Each person coming is sharing realization, and some of them, especially when we're hearing in the morning, stays with us for like a lifetime. So it's very nice, Prabhuji. So I don't have a specific, yeah.
Thank you for realizing. Appreciate.
Yes, Prabhuji. So I would, maybe some question will come, like generally in these verses right now, we just there is, everybody's happy basically because Hiranyakashipu is killed by the Lord, and everybody's expressing their so it's basically very simple that way. And then we're moving to the next chapter, which is, I think, very interesting. Prahlad pacifies Lord Narasimha, prayers like that. So anybody has any question, comments for Prabhuji, they can go ahead.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Mataji.
Yeah, this is Geeta. Thank you so much for a very, very, very enlightening class, I must say.
Thank you for appreciating.
Yes. Maharaj, I wanted to ask you that, in Kartik month, if you can tell me, what is a day like? Like, how does your day go, and how is it different from other months? I know diya jalate hain and all that, but anything you want to add to that?
See, this month there are many, many festivals comes. So that we should remember, we have to prepare for that festival. Diya is not just, mechanical turning this thing. Diya means we are connecting, we are appreciating, Lord, you are giving us so much pastime. We cannot digest it. Please allow us to digest all this pastime and, put this one in our life. When we see Krishna and Yashodamai and Radharani, we should understand this. This is the greatest opportunity human being have got, because one diya can burn all the anarthas, all the mistakes, all the sins we have done in lifetime. That is only with faith when we do that. We are not doing just mechanically turning the diya. How pure? Because there are two standards. One is gold standard, one is ghee standard. Charvak Muni says, steal, cook or brook, do anything, beg, borrow, steal, you have to drink ghee, pure ghee. That's the purity. The purity of this month is so high, we cannot understand it. Because Lord wants to give everything he has got. He wants to distribute, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has opened the floodgate of. So we should understand this is all connected. This month is, Krishna is so pleased, like Jagannath coming out from, his temple out in the to give audience. So we should understand Krishna wants to open his hand. He wants to give so much mercy. But for that, our heart should be pure. That's why we use pure ghee only. We don't use anything. And the ghee lamp represents in this whole month when we do 30 times or 60 times. We should always remember we to praise lotus feet. Please, 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 Krishna, make a heart pure so that I can realize more and more about your pastime. We are not Yashodamai, we are not Radharani, we are not Gopis, we are not Gopas, but we can follow their footsteps because of the mercy of our spiritual master. When our spiritual master takes us to yatra, especially in Kartik month or other things, they explain, they put so much effort to understand. They take us to that spot. We will be part of assisting Radharani and Yashodamai. There is one person in our community, Houston. She prepared 10,000 ghee wicks, pure ghee wicks. How much energy she has got, how much endeavor she did. We are using daily. So how much, she will get pious activity, how much Krishna will appreciate us. She's married, she has got 2 children, old, so much busy. Even then, she prepared 10,000 ghee wicks. It is small, not small. We use it bigger than the, toothpick. It is almost 3 times of toothpick. So we should understand that how we can help them. How can we please? Ultimately, all our activities in this world has to please Krishna and divine couple only, and spiritual master and Vaishnavas. Then our day is done. Okay, Mataji, that's why this month very important for us to concentrate on Lord's mercy. How much, we have seen that rat, how it, when he went to the altar and touched that and it lighted because there was some ghee was there. So, but it burnt, but it went back to Godhead. Krishna is so merciful. He wants to give us maximum benefit in this Kali Yuga. But like me, fools cannot understand it. Okay, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna.
Thank you,
Dandavad.
Sri Prabhupada. That's such a nice class reflecting upon the qualities of a the devotee Prahlad Maharaj and the glorification of the Lord in the Narasimhadev fierce form by the various residents of various lokas. And also reflecting upon the Lord's mercy coming in Kartik and how we should utilize it with imbibing the mood of Satyavrata Muni in the
Yes.
Damodar Ashtakam. So you rightly pointed out the Lord Brahma's prayers, Vedesu Durlava Adulava Atma Bhakto,
Yeah.
and also Bhakta Janati Avanja Tatavam Tata Vishati Tadantaram, or Bhakta Tvan Shaka Ahame Evam Vidarjuna. So Lord is only accessible only by bhakti. So
Yeah.
that Lord, and you rightly pointed out, though it is tangentially mentioned in the Damodarastakam, but you clearly said that yes, the Lord who liberates is bound himself by the ropes of love. So that is very, very important to realize that two contrasting ends, how Krishna is bound by our love. And but the pure devotees do not want anything more than
Yeah. It's correct.
pleasing Krishna. So whatever they want is also in unison with Krishna. So
Because
that
if you
that
see, yeah, Sridhar Kolavich or all these acharyas, they don't want anything. They have given, Ashtasiddhi, they have awarded anything, Indralok, but they refuse. Because why they refuse? There is no service. If there is no
yeah.
pure devotion service, they refuse all these things, all the benediction. Why they will accept? And afterwards, what will happen? Once you accept, that's why Prahlad Maharaj is telling, you don't cheat me because I am coming from Asura family. If you give me benediction, I will be proud. Yeah, I've seen in my own life, eyes, you killed my father. So powerful. So we should understand all this, upadhi is no use to us. Ultimately, it takes away from the attraction of the Lord.
Yeah.
That's the reason we should be careful when we take upadhi and we demand something. It should be
Yeah,
always
Sarvabhuri.
Yeah, Sarvagud,
Yeah.
correct.
Sarvabhuri Vinayam.
Yeah.
So yes, yes, Prabhuji. I have one question. This where are these Kinnara Loka and Vetal Loka? Where are these in the Bhuvar Loka, part of the Bhuvar Loka, or are they part of?
Yeah, these are
Um,
upper lokas, Swarga Loka. Swarga Loka is a very big. It is Kinnar also there. All these people are in Swarga Loka. It is not only Indra. They have got other.
okay.
Kuvera is there. All these lokas are upper lokas. We are in the middle, and lower lokas are all Patala,
So,
Dutala. They are part
okay,
of
so this
Swarga Loka.
part of Swarga. So the Swarga Loka, the Bhu, this is Bhuloka, Bhuvar Loka, then Swarga Loka. So Bhuvar Loka is not actually Swarga Loka. Bhuvar Loka is a Bhut Pret kind of situation, right?
Yeah, but Swarga Loka is very vast. If you see Vaikuntha
Yeah, very
also,
fast.
it is very vast. So there
Yeah, all
are
the way from
so
Chandraloka
many.
all the way
Yeah,
to the Dhruva Loka.
correct.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Understand there are so many, universes are there. How we can understand,
yeah, yeah,
thousand headed, 1 lakh headed Brahma. We can't understand all these things. Just we can
yeah,
visualize.
yeah.
Okay, Krishna can do anything.
Yeah, anyway, Vedeshu, Yageshu, Tapasya, all this jnana should lead us to the bhakti, that's all.
Correct, correct.
Uh,
Ultimately, understanding Krishna is the most important.
yeah.
Is the supreme
Thank
person.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Your assistance is so much valued. Your class is so nectarian. Hari Bol.
Thank you so much for appreciation. I am grateful to you.
So, Prabhuji, is Vaikuntha different from Goloka?
Definitely. Vaikuntha, there are Narayanas and Vasudevas. There is no Krishna there. Krishna is there only in Golok Vrindavan.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, if no other question, can we stop here?
Yes, Prabhuji. We can end the call. And thank you once again, Prabhuji, for your association.
Appreciate
You
you are
do so
giving
much
me
of
the opportunity.
Yeah. No, you're doing so much seva in your temple, and you were messaging me like cooking for the deities and pujari seva and all that. Still, you take out time for us, and we are so fortunate to connect with you, being so senior.
I am very fortunate to you give me an opportunity to explain. You are so patient. If I got so much patience, I would have been elevated somewhere. Thank
No
you.
problem. Thank you so much. So we offer our prayers to all and today, and Panchakalpatrubhascha kripa sindhu evacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananda Koti Vaishnavind ki jai. Srila Prabhupada
Jai.
ki jai.
Ki jai.
His Grace Murari Vallabh Prabhuji
All
ki
Vaishnavas
jai.
ki jai. Thank you so much.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. We look forward next time to hear from you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.